what happened, I guess, the wind blew it off.
Hurricane, tornado.
No, this thing just blew it off, and they got it, you know, and then when they got it, they just picked it up and put it back on the home. But they were very, very sweet. And then there was I think it was nighttime when we got up there, and this old man, I don't even remember his name, but I'm thinking I know who he is. But he got up out of his bed, and he slept on the floor, so I could go in his bed. I mean, I know it was warm, everything was warm. But I mean, can you imagine? I mean, that just really humbled me, because that somebody would be so gracious. Yeah, they just took me in, and then they got me my own tent and everything. And then there was a guy named Iron Hand. He had a hook for a hand, and he had a patch on his eye.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I started with characters before right at my birth.
His name was, they called him Iron Hand. I don't know what his real name was, but he had a store, an Indian trading store in Salt Lake. He had gone by there, and I think he had some red stuff too. But he's passed away. But I guess he went hunting, and he gave me a side. I think it was deer. And then I made beef jerky for my grandchildren. You know how to make jerky, Grandma? Yeah, and I did it once, a long time ago. But those are, a few of the adventures. And then when we would have some ceremonies where all the lights would be out, and then, they talked about Jesus a lot, but it's using language and do it, the whole place would be dark so you couldn't see anything, right? You hear feathers and stuff, and you feel stuff, feathers, I know, so yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. But there was, it was a small group, and like I said, they were probably only 3 years old at the time, They had just, and I wanted to show you that book, but it's called Smallboy. If you Google it, you see the picture of it and everything. And when she was, she must have been a couple of months old or whatever, but he's very serious. She's Smallboy. And so I thought that was really an honor for that father to do that. They were very, very gracious to me. And they were going to even get me money so I could stay there too. Wanted me to come back down, and I never did go back out there. So, but this book that I just found recently, when was it written, in '95? And they mentioned the Roans, R-O-A-N-S family.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of them?
Sounds familiar, like Rowan horse.
No, the last name is R-O-A-N.
Oh, okay.
Roan. And then the Smallboy people, so they were like two families. And then there was another one, I think it was, I think the first name was Lazarus. I think it was Lazarus Rome. And so he was like the spiritual advisor called God to the people. And I think he's the man that got out of it because he was one saint person.
Wow.
But, I didn't know who was who or what was. I didn't know the politics of it, but
I just know he was nice and he was a gentleman.
and then they didn't speak
Right.
most respectful because they were older than us. So the way I met them was they came down into California to see He was an Indian medicine man that was up in Agora, and they called it the Red Wind Ranch. And he established it for the urban Indians that were disoriented, and so he kind of like take them. Mostly he had Navajos up there, and he had this. He was like 70 or so, 70, 72, and his old lady was 24. Her last name was Lance. I can't remember her first name, but she and her brother were there. But they were the Lance family that owned the clothing store. Lance clothes, dresses. That was it. And he would go up to Santa Barbara. That's where he was Chumash. So he would go up to his reservation. And I guess he inside. So, those guys.
Wow.
Ma, this is on video. You know that, right?
But anyway, his wife, he does have a wife, and I think she is also, currently she's young-ish, and she has his museum. And she has a lot of his history. So people would come from all over the country and go through that spot.
Yep.
Through that. Yeah, the Redwood Ranch. And I think that area was 30,000 Mulholland Highway. I remember that.
Wow.
And then I think they sold the land or whatever. They're the owners. And I think that's where they have the area where they have the medieval fair. Remember?
Yeah.
It's in that area.
That's in that area now. Wow.
So, yeah. So that's how I came to know the Smallboy people. And the people from Frank's Landing. They came down here too.
So everybody just goes through this camp.
Yeah.
But how did you get from Agora to Canada?
On the airplane.
Well, okay. So you just...
No, what happened is when they came by to visit, chatting and everything, and the ladies looked at me and they said, "Oh," she said, if you came to our camp, you'd have your baby the natural way, the old way." And I said, "Oh, myself." Okay. Okay. But I didn't relish going to a hospital. And it just at that time in the 70s, I think I wanted to go to a hospital.
It's kind of scary,
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So then I went up there. She was born pretty quickly. I don't know.
Came through.
Yep, she did. So we had her in a little moss bag.
I still have it.
You have the moss bag
Yeah.
still? With the leather and everything? Yep. So that's the story.
Wow. Saw a draw you all wrapped up.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Wrapped up
There
in
she
leather.
is.
That little burrito right there?
Yeah, that's what they were. Oh, and then there was one time she kept crying and crying and crying. I think this is when I was in the city. And you know, you get with the leather straps and just kind of rock them back and forth, and they're like their own little crib. And so she kept crying. I nurse her. And then I said, I don't know what's wrong, you know. So maybe she's hungry, so I keep feeding her, right? So then one time I was rocking her right here. Oh my God, she's just too full. She's got a stomachache. She was fat.
Belly is squishing and flapping and slurping. That's funny. That's great.
Rolling around in there.
This guy had a little mustache?
Yeah, they did.
I like
They
that
look
guy.
like Mexicans with braids. Yeah, they really
Mexicans with braids is my Indian name.
Really?
This is cool. I love this. Everybody's sitting down and beating the drum. I like this little crock pot.
It's a stove.
No, that's what I meant.
It's that old-fashioned
The
stove.
old-fashioned kettle with the thing on here, the smoke coming out. I think I'm gonna do it so that you could see in the house. Like I'm gonna take a wall out and the berth in here with the mamas and then the midwives, and then this whole room right here is the drumming, and so you can still see the snow and the trees, and you can still see the wood. You can see the top of the tent a little bit, but you can kind of just like see through the wall. What do you think about that? Yeah.
Yeah. Fun. Have you thought of a medium? I don't know.
No. I think I'm gonna do it in black and white, and then I'll see what kind of colors I want. You want or I want, and maybe you might want some psychedelic colors.
Oh, it was the 70s.
Oh, some 70s colors? I can go crazy, just colorful. You want a bunch of colors? That's 70s, like no rhyme or reason in the 70s. All kinds of patterns, polka dots with flowers, with plaid.
I am not a flower kind of girl.
No, okay.
No.
But like I could throw you on I could put a star quilt on the bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put a
But we
star
didn't-
quilt. Like maybe you didn't have the baby in a star quilt, but maybe it might look real pretty. You know? I could put a patchy or Raggedy Ann blanket.
Yeah.
Because whenever they have the dances, you know, they just give blankets. They have the giveaways.
Right? There's like usually a blanket hanging on the wall, usually a blanket on the bed. Eh?
Yeah.
No?
And it's like, you know, they have like this is the wall right. There's that little ridge there. That's where the feather went.
Let's do that. You want to do that? What colors do you want in your blanket? Any color? Just go with it.
Do you have any favorite colors? What are your favorite colors?
Royal blue
Royal blue?
and purple. But it got to be like a tiki pink ghetto purple, you know, the Compton spot me nail polish color purple.
Barney purple.
Just go with whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, just whatever comes.
But you're going to live with it after I'm gone.
You ain't going nowhere. You see what's going on with my daddy. I know you ain't going nowhere.
How big do you want it?
Mother.
Did they see the number for your order?
Any of these?
Well, how big do you need it?
Ma, he did a whole mural of just crystal lightning, like that. I mean, stop. He did. She went home one day and then she was just bam on the wall. But guess what I was thinking about all day, honey? Imagine.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he pretty much ruined it for anybody else ever. You know?
What do you do? What do you do? No, I would love to. I'd love to. Thank you for commissioning me on this project. I'd be honored. I have some cool ideas running through my mind. I just need to know how big you want it. By the canvas. Any of these sizes?
Well, I'm just looking around. There's a variety of sizes.
You like your ice cream?
So thank you for the ice cream, Joy.
That looks good. Yummy.
He's busy eating. It's good, sweetie.
Yeah, like you said, a whole wall with just hers.
No, we're not. No, yeah.
No, but I'm just
I have to go to your house.
No, well,
I'm a renter.
yeah.
I don't get casino money.
What do you need to get, proportion and all that stuff? I don't